Hello friends, my name is Old Man Cloud. I upload, not daily, more like weekly now, weekly Bazaar gameplay videos to my YouTube channel. Let's play some Bazaar. Haven't been playing as much this season, and therefore haven't been uploading as much. Just haven't been loving the gameplay experience this season so far. The changes in the patch, none of them individually were too problematic, I think, after the hot fixes anyway. But it's just led to a meta that I don't really enjoy. The huge focus on regen, I'm not a big fan of. Max seems to be the dominant player in the meta, who's not a character I like playing that much. But anyway, the game is still fun, and I still want to play it quite a lot. Just maybe not enough to be uploading daily videos of interesting runs. But we'll see how we go. See, I think Vanessa's not in a great spot at the moment. Aquatics Vanessa seems to be terrible with the amount of regen and with the changes so that heal now effectively counters poison. Aquatic Vanessa seems to be in a very bad place. Can certainly still make it work, particularly with elemental depth charge, but it's certainly a lot worse than it was in the previous season. And weapons Vanessa also seems to just kind of be lacking that extra oomph to get past a lot of fights, and in particular Mac increasing to 250 health is a big nerf to weapons Vanessa, because you could usually rely on early Max as free wins basically, whereas now you definitely can't. So weapons Vanessa feels like it's a build relatively easy to get to 7, but relatively difficult to get to 10 at the moment. One weapon Vanessa is actually in quite a good place, I think. But if that's the only build I'm looking to build as Vanessa, it's not that fun to play. Pig seems to have a lot of good options, and is still very much the late game build that we're accustomed to. Some options here. This arm's still really good, and it's early as well, so I'll grab it. Ganjo is a really good early item. Don't have any buy-sell reason to grab the safe at this point. Early for dog, but bushel is a good item. What do we want to do here? Not really making use of bird, are we? We'd like to get bushel involved in the party. So I think what we'll do is sell out here, and then we need one more. I mean, bandages are bad, but let's keep the bird, sell the bandages, play it like this.
Bring it back.
And then,
I want you to be happy.
I mean, it doesn't do anything, but it procs Matchbox. And then we'll look to get our board sorted once our board expands. Pig in a really bad way early still. Some things never change. Which means it kind of is in this weird spot where all you focus on is going late game. I mean, if there was ever an early game build we could beat, this is it. I still think we might well lose, but if there was ever an early game build we could beat, it's this. I think we are still going to lose, which is pretty embarrassing. Yeah, we are still going to lose. Oh, that's rough. Oh, that's a bit embarrassing. Losing to a completely unscaled Langjon, a Vanessa playing Need Race presumably with the assumption that they're just going to lose on day one, and they're going to beat me here. Very embarrassing. But yeah, Pig early is just in kind of a bad way. I think generally looking at bigger picture with Pig, the 3 archetypes at the moment seem to be a shield damage archetype, where you get a big shield item and find a way to transfer that into damage. The Hogwash kind of regen healing build, and Ice Club is still up there as well. And Jabalian Drums is still a good item as well, but they seem to be the main archetypes. Don't think we can take any fights at the moment, so I'll just take the freebie.
Now that's giving up the business.
Yeah, that's good enough for the time being. Matchbox is going to be staying there. And then let's get this board in order a bit. So we definitely want Ganjo in the party, and we definitely want Bushel involved. which means you have no adjacents to charge, and you're only... I still think this is the best board we've got at the moment though, which is a bit of a shame because it's bad, but oh well. Take the XP. We're certainly not taking on Borea. I think we can take on Covetous.
Fresh roadkill.
Yeah, the changes to the AI fights have generally been pretty good, I think. I'm not sure about the Borea change is the only thing. It's an interesting change that makes getting to level 3 on day 2 really, really difficult. But the fact that that's been made really, really difficult kind of just further increases the difference between high roll builds and non-high roll builds early on. Because it's now such a huge difference to high roll early and be able to take on Borea. Whereas previously it was kind of almost assumed that you'd be able to get to level 3 on day 2. So that's an interesting change. It means some builds are just going to steamroll early on. Cloak is interesting. Cloak we can work with Matchbox, I think. Over Ganjo. I mean, Bushel's not doing much for us either. Nothing's doing much for us, to be clear. It's a bad board. We've got the shield, but we don't have... I mean, ATM's not the worst with Ganjo. Maybe for the time being, you actually play it like this. Just go full defense. Tempting to put the shield in the bag, but we really have no way of building up shield at the moment. That's a great upgrade. So now that kind of gives us a target here. We're playing a word that I can't pronounce. We're playing an LK build. I really should have looked up how to pronounce it in the meantime. We're playing an LK build, so we want to be buying and selling properties. That's kind of given the build some direction that we sorely needed. So this is almost certainly a loss. Is there any way we put together a half-decent board? Not really, to be honest. Maybe we play a Piggles board? Maybe that's better, actually. Maybe something like this. And then maybe even just more... Yeah, maybe this is better. Kind of a... Yeah, anyway, whatever. Chances are we're going to lose to a Vanessa here, so no point putting too much thought into it. I did manage to get the legendary board, which I'm very excited about. My second legendary drop in a very, very long time of playing the Bazaar, and lots of chests, so that was very exciting. I think this is going to be too strong for us, right? We don't really have much in the way of heal, it's just the bird, so yeah, way too strong. God, it sucks looking at all the early game options that other classes have while you're playing Pig. I'm not sure that it's a particularly great state for the class to be in where it's so bad early but so good late. It's a weird kind of design limiting area, I would think, but oh well. Alright, now we can finally start to do something, I think. Something like this, maybe? I don't think we're going full small items board. And I think I'm just going to take the gold here. And now we look to scale our LK by buying and selling properties.
I'm pretty laid back.
I mean, Robe is just too good not to get. So let's sell out of you. We're not really buy-selling. Not playing a Piggles board. So let's grab Robe and play it instead of you and you. Something like this. Except you want to be adjacent to 2, don't you? So maybe play it... I'd like the Ganjo to be on Bushel. Maybe this is fine. Play it something like this. No properties for us. Ah, there it is again. We still have no way of really benefiting from it. This is a great weapons shop, but not really what we're looking to pivot into at this point.
Reward the peaceful, punish.
I'm not thinking this is a property for some reason, but it's obviously not. Sure, we'll grab the Bushel.
Our energies resonating.
I'm gonna put bushel like that. Property and road, we like to see. And we'll get rid of matchbox, we're just not playing that type of build. And we're not playing fixture upper scale, we're just going to buy, sell you. Okay, we've improved our board a lot. Which is to say, maybe we can take AI fights now. Street Gamer is excellent with small items. Eccentric Aetherite, I don't know whether we can take you. I think we'll go Street Gamer here. This skill is so strong with small items. We're obviously not playing any at the moment, but insanely strong with the change to healing, getting rid of stacks of burn and poison. I think where they'll land with that is heal, getting rid of poison, but not getting rid of the 10% of burn. That just seemed like an unnecessary change to me. Burn already gets countered pretty hard by shield. I don't think it needs to get countered by healing as well. Are we gonna win this? Yo-yo's scary, man. I think we should just be okay with our regen. Maybe not. Or we just getting the heal on the regen. Just. That was nearly a disaster. Yeah, I don't think heal needs to scale burn. I don't think heal needs to counter burn to the extent that it does at the moment. We get the skill. So whenever we play small items, we're going to be very lucky to have that skill. Decent chance of some properties here. Oh, gold already. Oh, baby. Okay, well, we know what we're doing. Money tree's a great get as well. Those are some great items. Money tree, I think we want to hang on to. It's pretty early for a silver money tree. I think cloak can go. And we want to hang on to these ones. Don't really care about anything here. I do miss out on one chocolate. Am I okay with that? Kind of want to keep the bird, so I think I am okay with that. And we just don't get to level 4, which is bad. Likely another loss. You really need to get to level 4. This guy hasn't either though. Excuse my breaking voice. Amazing avatar.
Noticed? I'm huge.
Very jealous. Looks like you're going... What is this? What is this? If you have 3 or more weapons, you're a scaler. And you're going to scale pretty nicely. Yeah, this is going to be too nasty for us. That's a cool kind of mid-range, mid-game scaling item. Pivot into kind of a Jabalian drum build later, maybe.
Hard feelings, right?
So, pretty typical start for Pig, at least the way I play Pig. 3 losses in a row, fantastic. Nothing else I really care about upgrading. So I think I'm going to take a skill. Looking for a burn skill ideally.
My humble abilities.
Never lucky. We'll just take some health.
Real confidence to let a kid train you.
And now we want to get our burn build together today. So we want to definitely be playing you. This is probably the best board we've got for the time being. Could look at selling Money Tree maybe for the injection into LK, but it's a decent item to have in the bag. More properties maybe. It's a good get. That's also a good get. Do we want to... I think I want to sell for the LK scaling and then grab it so that we can sell again for the double scaling. There's no small properties, but you do scale LK a little bit. So I'm going to go to the vendor.
The smaller proportions, the finer.
Definitely grab this.
Remember, diamonds come in small boxes.
You're tempting. We could play you and Bird over some stuff on the board. We'll figure out how to play it here. So we want Ganjo next to... Yeah, this is right, I think. And then ATM can be sold. Play it something like this. Pretty sure we can take a Hexa, especially if we get rid of the small items on our board. So let's do that.
I'm a hexa.
Should be able to just
How can
burn
I
a
replace
hexa
you
down, no
today?
issue. Yeah, we really do want to leverage getting the gold LK together early on. It's not the strongest pig item at the moment. Certainly it seems like the kind of heal hogwash scaling build is where you want your pig to be. Or you want to be pivoting into a giant ice club build towards the second part of the game, which we could definitely look at doing as well. For the time being though, that's a property which is great. Are we going to level up? No, so we don't risk losing out on a spare change. I think we play it like this. What are we looking to upgrade, if anything? Probably a rewards card, or we could just go. I'm gonna take the upgrade for a rewards card. Keep the scaling going.
Our items have lived. They have stories.
Come on in. Let's
Any properties? Any properties for me, brother? These look promising. These are properties. Landscraper is interesting with robe. You really want a lot of shield items for Landscraper though. Pawn shop is probably more like the one we want to keep, I think. So I think we buy you, sell you, and then we need to make up 4. Bushel's never really a long-term item, I suppose. But we do need to be able to put a board together. Is it time to sell Money Tree? Money Tree can work though, and we did get it relatively early on. Maybe we do get rid of... Is it Ganjo? Is it ever Ganjo and Hot Stones? Ganjo very much an early game item. I think that's probably the play, get rid of those, hold on to the Bushel. Thank you for my money. Did you guys see the Northern Lion rant against the Bazaar server and status? It wasn't even a rant, it was just a perfectly reasonable, balanced position, but it just feels like so strange to see him kind of take something seriously like that and actually appeal to the developer in a genuine way. Was very funny, I thought. But completely on point. The issues the server's been having are just completely unacceptable for a finished game. Quite laughable, really. This is our best board.
If you want grim and stoic, you came to the wrong.
I've had to reinstall it several times, along with everyone else, it seems like. Sure, let's just take a bit more heal.
There are a lot of steps in this staircase. But
I feel like this board is pretty good, actually. I feel like we've kind of got back on our feet a little bit today. So let's see how we go against another pig who's hopefully failing. Hopefully failing early, no offense, brother.
My people believe in
So it's a burner, which is brave in this day and age. Our LK is better than your LK, but you have a lot of burn, but we do have a lot of heal. So I think with that we should be fine. We have much better heal than you do. And with the changes to how heal gets around burn, the birds is not only triggering twice, but also triggering small refresh twice. So it's actually healing 4 stacks of 10% of burn. So the bird is actually really strong here.
places, but I'll be chasing you.
Really strong against damage over time builds anyway. Our econ's in a decent spot as well. So we really can look to make the most of this run, I think. What does pawn shop like again? It's just anything that sells, right? Anything to sell. Definitely take the bird upgrade.
Dad, he actually cares about this.
You're a property.
I only sell.
Do I sell you or hold on to you for a day? I think we just sell you. I think we cash in now. Up to 55 burn already. That's pretty juicy.
Small items.
Continue the scaling.
I love them all.
I mean, I see it. I definitely see it. You're a great find. Can we afford you? We can afford you if we sell the money tree. I think that has to be right, doesn't it? Although Money Tree is really good, we could sell Pawn Shop. Sell Pawn Shop, keep Money Tree. Maybe that's the play. So this would get us to 15. We would then need to make up 9, which I could do pretty easily. I think that's the play. So you're gone.
It's not really my size.
Then you're gone, you're gone. Neither of you are late game items. And then the shame is that we have to get rid of... We have to get rid of the signet ring or the bird. But I think it's the signet ring. So that's kind of a shame to get rid of, but that's worth it. Yeah. Big improvement to the board, I think, there, because Money Tree benefits from value scaling and LK benefits from value scaling, so Subscrape is a great get here. And in which case we probably want to be scaling the value of Subscraper more so than LK. Yep, that seems good to me. And Bird is here mostly to benefit with small refresh. It makes us very, very strong against damage over time builds. And I feel like we're pretty strong here and can go up against the toughest AI and try to get some XP together. We'll also go up against the escorting the convoy random enemy. Seeing as I think we can beat most AI at the moment. First in change is going to be interesting. I mean, you can see that Subscrape is already super, super strong. But LK also super, super strong. We'll see, I guess. We'll see what's offered. Bit of money is fine. 0. Okay, apparently not. Let's just take the free property to buy and sell. I mean, it's tempting to just hold on to it. It's a good time to get it right before we level up anyway, because we can sell both of those. That's a good get. That has to go on LK. I mean, we hold on to Money Tree for the time being. The double Money Tree won't be making it onto the board. These are some good gets. But do give us extra spare change at the start of the day, so we'll hold on to it. You're both gone though, and we'll cash out for 16. So yeah, the LK is getting right up there now. I feel like this is actually pretty strong. We would of course prefer to have something other than rewards card on the board for the PvP fight.
Noticed? I'm huge.
But for the time being, it will do. Curious to hear about how you guys are finding the Bazaar at the moment. Am I the only one who feels like I'm kind of falling out of love with it a little bit this season? I'm still really enjoying it and still intend to keep on playing it and making content, but just not a huge fan of the meta at the moment. And I mean, yeah, all games go through that kind of stage. I think it's very rare to have a game like this that just stays completely evergreen for any given individual. There's always going to be times you enjoy the game and times you maybe don't enjoy it as much. But yeah, curious to see how you guys are all finding it. So we get our 2 change from our double Money Tree build. Keep on scaling everything.
Come with no weapons?
Your properties, so you're getting bought.
For the good of all.
Do we play you is the question. Or do we hold you and with a potential transition into a freeze build? I don't think so. I think our build now is good enough that we want to stick with this. If I find a giant ice club in the store, I'll be very tempted. But for the time being, I don't feel the need to hold on to freeze items. You have 1 property, I think? But it's probably not worth going there. Unlucky.
You may call me Cobweb.
Although at least we get a little bit of scaling here.
Such reckless haste. Your days will slip through your...
Can we take the Infernal? I think so. We have a lot of heal to scale to deal with your burn, and then we have a lot of our burn ourselves. You do get out of control pretty quickly. This might be borderline, but I'm content with taking the risk. you're fairly slow, and we're fairly fast with our burn, and you have no defense. And every time that our bird goes off, it heals 6 stacks. 6 times 10%, which is not quite 60% because presumably it applies one after the other. But it heals an awful lot of our burn every single time that the bird goes off. I'm going to grab it because our skill pool is terrible anyway, but it's a shame to get that skill when a lot of their other stuff would have worked really well for us. Temptation to upgrade rewards card here, which I think I will. Could have made a case for Money Tree as well, but I like the idea of scaling Subscraper that then scales everything else.
Sale, no sale.
Still looking for properties and not a huge amount else. I guess something that we play instead of rewards card and potentially bird, although bird's doing good work for us.
Hey, that's okay. It's been nice talking to you.
Nothing I really want to transform, so we'll just keep scaling. Bird upgrade is great, and ointment will do. We'll play you over rewards card, and I'll grab bank for Money Tree scaling.
I mean, excellent choice.
Nothing here that I want though. So when you burn, your weapons gain damage. Yeah, it doesn't really work with what we're doing. Not only do we not have weapons, but we burn in big chunks, not pew 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 pew. This looks good to me. You hate to see a Mac. I think Mac is definitely the strongest character in the meta at the moment, with the changes to regen in particular, and changes to healing and yeah, just everything. Mac seems to be a very, very strong build, particularly, and the new items as well seem to be very strong. This moose staff seems to be the go-to Mac item. So the fear is here that we get one-tapped before we can do anything about it with our healing, but I think we should be fine. Yeah, we should be fine, right? Yeah. So I'd love to see Hogwash. We'd probably find a way to fit in, and the luxury tents we'd probably find a way to fit in. Wonder if we ever get rid of Alkay and just go to full-on defense build. Anyway, we'll see. Lots and lots of spare change. So the Money Tree is scaling quite nicely.
Don't have scales. I can afford.
You're not a property? The prospect of getting 3 enchanted small items is kind of cool. And we can actually afford it. But I think I'm going to resist the temptation. You're a property. And you're probably good enough to make it onto the board, actually. How do we play this then? So you benefit from burning, so you fit well with LK. You don't value scale. We probably play you instead of bird and rewards card, right? Shield equal to 10 times this item's burn. I mean, it's good, it's not amazing. I think bird might just be better, especially with small refresh. Because yeah, like I said, we burn in big chunks. It has some nice synergies. Maybe that's a crazy move, but I think I stick with what we've got. Could have definitely made a case for it over Money Tree, but I like how fast Money Tree is scaling with the double Money Tree. You don't see that too often. The double tree setup.
Nothing tiny, nothing huge. All
Nothing.
in moderation.
And nothing.
You might
Don't know why
try
I'm checking whether a
JJ
car
shop.
is a property.
Real
Just
fun
paranoid
guy.
about making a mistake. Get you down here. We can probably take on you. Bonk is tempting. Bonk is very tempting. But you have some burn nonsense, don't you? And I'm pretty sure we get you down with our burn before Plasma Rifle can scale too badly. I think the enchant has to go on Subscraper, right? It's already getting up there so well. Are we going to get one tapped here? It's going to be close. Very close. Very, very close. We just get there. And you may have just missed out on the one tap anyway. Yeah, the complete lack of shield makes us pretty vulnerable to one tap builds. Not what we wanted.
If you're not growing, you're failing.
Has to be heal or regen, I think. Although, I'm just going to go gold.
I will not
Pick
train
skills are
you.
so bad. Let's see if we can find
I
something
will
here.
train you to live.
We're a decent chance of getting some diamond items, given that we have a lot of our board at gold already.
To master them.
Nearly time to cash out the piggy bank. Would be nice if we could upgrade spare change first, of course. Don't really care about weapons, or I'm just going to pay, I think, for the fancy lint chocolate. A bit of extra health is always good for pig. One more day and we cash, 1 more hour and we cash out a piggy bank.
Make deals.
So we cash out now, right? Look at that scaling for Money Tree. That is beautiful. Nothing here. You're a property and belt we want to take, I think, just to have in the bag. Or do we? Was that just a mistake? Are we ever pivoting to a build that cares that much about belt? I mean, the increased health is just really nice. I think we probably play it over bird and ointment for the time being, even though bird plus small refresh is really, really good. I think the increased health to allow us time to get our heals in is probably just a little bit better. So I think play it like this. Because yeah, the fear is that we get burnt down or damaged too heavily by kind of very heavy hitting builds. And the max health makes a big difference to stopping that from happening, hopefully. Eels we should be fine against. They've got a really cool build together. I love the combo of eels plus custom scope plus Julian, but I think you just match up really, really poorly against us. I hope. Your eels are very, very nasty. But yeah, you just match up too poorly against us, unfortunately. They're going to want to change out Julian for the card table to give eels multicast. I think they probably still lose to this build, but I think that's where their future lies. Not that they care what I think, or indeed will know that I've said anything. So let's sell, get you back involved. I think we get rid of the ointment now that we're playing the belt. Maybe we could have transformed the ointment. Nothing I really care about transforming here, and don't want any weapons, so I'm just going to take the regen. Don't care about upgrading anything.
For peace.
You're a property, and you're a great scaler.
Guided me to what you needed.
Is this a lemonade stand build? You don't scale off value, so you don't combine well with Subscraper, but you're still really strong. It's kind of late to get you. You benefit from the money trees. I just don't think it's that type of build. You're great for a freeze pig, but that's not how we're going. Belt upgrade is nice.
Feel our energies resonate.
Belt just is a great item. You don't even really need synergy to make belt worth it, in my opinion. So we want to play it like this. Can we beat Dragon? Pretty sure we can, right? Pretty sure we can. A lot of health. But I think Dragon takes a little while to get off the ground. And we're actually kind of fast with our burn. Like 140 burn on them right off the bat is pretty quick. And we have stronger defense against their burn than they have against us. So I think we're going to be fine. Yeah, not super comfortable, but fine. So the scaling on scaling with stained glass window is really, really nice.
You gotta know what you're fighting for.
Oh baby, oh baby. Look, it's not amazing for our build, but it is really, really good still.
You gotta know what you're fighting.
We don't really use medium items. Maybe we try to get another medium item involved in the build now that we have that skill. Do we care about spare change? We do with the money tree. So we need to free up 2 spots. So how do we do this? Is it time for rewards card to say goodbye? Or is it time for second money tree, I think, to say goodbye? You've done well for us, getting the extra spare change, but you take up a lot of inventory space. And you're never going to make it onto the board. So yeah, let's do it like this. And then this is juicy scaling on our money tree. And then we go back like this. And even though we don't really want any small items,
Just taking the
I
first
don't think.
step toward good taste.
Maybe I do. VIP pass is very nice. Is it enough to get us to not play belt? Quite possibly. These go off pretty quickly.
Buyer's remorse never.
Definitely worth grabbing.
Be remorseless.
There's a lot going on. Oh, there's a lot going on. We want you and you. How are we going to put together our board for the PvP fight is the question. How greedy do we want to be?
I mean,
You're a property.
I'll show you those stumps back home. I'm gonna be a business tree.
I mean, you're certainly interesting, but not really with what we're doing. Oh, God. Balcony, you can also make a real case
On
for
behalf of the Grand Society.
balcony next to...
Mister.
Does balcony work with subscraper?
Thanks.
Does balcony proc first? I'm actually not sure. I'm not sure whether balcony and subscraper work together. At the start of your fight, and double value in combat. I would have thought that balcony works with subscraper, but I'm not completely sure. Oh, there's a lot of a lot of things to be taken into account here. So I think all we really care about is winning. So what is our best board for winning? Ignoring scaling means it's not stained glass window. It might be like this. Double the value of subscraper, which then gives money tree and LK a lot more value as well. It's effectively another 45 value coming from this. Or do we play belt still? Just for the health. It might be belt actually. In which case VIP pass can't make it onto the board, which is a shame. We still have one free spot to take the spare change. I think it's still this rather than balcony. And it's definitely not stained glass window. That's a greed item for PvP fights. For PvE fights, sorry. I think this is still better. Balcony is really good though. Really good with subscraper, if it works in the way I feel like it should.
But I've seen my share of storms.
Another eels build. I feel like we should be fine against this. Yeah, eels are a phenomenal item. In fact, probably Vanessa's best item at the moment. Oh, maybe we're not going to be fine. We're not. Where did all your burn come from, brother?
I painted
Oh, you're
red,
we got
but I don't use.
we got shrimped. I wasn't paying attention at all to the shrimp plus Sea Dog Saloon's synergy, which is very strong. Alright. Let's get things in order. Oh, so we do miss out on one spare change, which is really annoying. I don't care about haste. I want to enchant. Is it LK or subscraper? I think it's probably subscraper. Right?
I just want to share what I've seen.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll definitely take some more survivability, some more shield. And then let's figure out what we're doing. I think our best board is now this. So I think belt is not making on the board, even though gold belt is amazing. Unless it's instead of money tree. Maybe money tree is gone. We play belt plus bird instead of money tree. But it does benefit from this scaling. No, I like this build. So we need to free up some space. So you're gone. I don't think you're ever being played, even in PvE fights. So you're gone. You're going to be gone. You're gone. We need to play you, and the bird's never making on the team. So there were some tough calls. I wonder whether any of that was wrong. Quite possibly. But for the time being, it's fine.
Cast aside your detriment.
You're a property? Oh goodness, another decision to make.
But I'm glad you
So
don't.
Billboard's going to fire very, very fast with, I think Billboard has to be better than Money Tree, right? It's going to go off every second, right? With, I keep on saying right. It's going to go off every second with the shielded subscraper. So I think that's actually better. And we can't play Money Tree as well, or we're not playing LK. So I think Money Tree is gone, even though it's done very well for us. I think Billboard just works better. Does it? Do we care that much about 200 shield? 200 shield every second though? It's pretty good. I think it's better than Money Tree. Ah, as much as that hurts. It's gone. So like this. Although I guess getting rid of Money Tree makes Shield and Subscraper a bit worse as well. But I still think it's worth it to be giving the cooldown reduction to Billboard. I think is worth it. And we still have value coming in from LK.
Use that.
You're a property.
Of all
You're a property.
are enough.
We're not pivoting to freeze.
I'm glad you bought this.
Was that a throw? Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying my best. It's been a tricky run. Don't think there's many small items I care about, but I'll take the scaling.
You can't afford it.
Yeah, I think there's pretty much nothing I care
Window
about.
shoppers.
And then we're gonna play stained glass window here. Like so. And pretty sure we can take on the weapons platform. Belt versus balcony is interesting. So you should be going off, yeah, 1.5 seconds is really nice. It makes you a good candidate for a... Geez, look at it go. Makes it a good candidate for enchant as well. So it's going to be fighting it out with LK for the next enchant. Yeah, I feel like that was a good change, Money Tree to Billboard. Even though Money Tree was doing some work. Shame we haven't been able to take full advantage from Draconic Rage. But I think that's a decent get if we decide to play small items. So this is now our best build, but we want to play you like this. And sure, let's take a look at some mediums.
I hope you find who does.
We have a lot of money to spare.
I used to offer a free ride home.
Don't really care
It
about
was weird.
your items, but we'll take you for the property buy sell. Got enough money to try to get a really good vendor here. Looking for large items. Oh, well, that'll do. I'll take that. Let's put a random enchant on LK. Yuck. Slow, right? Yeah, complete non-event. It increased its value slightly, which is something, I guess, but that's a real shame. That's pretty good. Commercial zoning, that means Billboard's going to be dealing 155 damage every second. We'll take that.
Danger. This is what we were missing.
It's not amazing, but it's enough to make a bit of a dent, I hope. Lots of interesting decisions this run. This is why I like playing Pig the most. I feel like there's been multiple directions this run could have ended up in, and I'm not sure whether I've taken it in the best direction, but we'll see how we go. EDC is going to be really nasty. The shiny rowboat is a really cool item. That's hard for us to deal with. So at the moment you can see that our LK hasn't even gone off. So the damage we've done is just from Billboard, whittling them down. Are we going to win just from Billboard? I think we are. So I feel like that justifies the Billboard pivot a little bit at least. Getting it down to 1 second cooldown is so strong. And obviously commercial zoning was a great pickup for it as well. So we do want to kind of hold on to our money a little bit. And we can sell out of rewards card at some point as well, which will be a nice cash injection for commercial zoning. Nothing I really care about from a small items vendor, I don't think. Maybe Ice Luge? Even then, these are bad vendors to get. Or bad nodes to get, I should say. And... I mean, you're very fun. Can we take you? You'd be a great get. Would we even play your item? Maybe. You have what, 4,500 health? I think we'd take you down with Billboard before you get a chance to pop off too bad. This is a risk. This is definitely a risk. But I think with Billboard getting his health down, and then we should get one burn on him as well, we might not get him down before Lance, or that haste really hurt. I think we should be okay though. Your problem is if you're not getting rid of his shield. Okay, we're fine. So that's great. There's some items here that are going to really make me think. There's some great skills.
Maybe too nice.
That's not one that really makes me think. It's definitely not the best we could have gotten.
Business.
But sure. It means we can sell you for a bit of scaling. There were some items there that would really, really have made me think. So maybe it's for the best that we didn't get that. Try to keep the pig run to under an hour, even though that's looking a little unlikely. Still want to play it like this. Looking for properties. Your property, I don't think you work. I mean, you're interesting, but I think with Billboard you're no good because you're a chance of proccing Billboard, which we don't want. Hogwash can certainly work with the shield subscraper, but I don't think this is a Hogwash build. So we're just going to sell you for the scaling.
Grotesque excess.
Haven't had much luck with upgrades.
Your aura guided me to what you needed.
But plenty of property, that's a good upgrade. We're going to be spending a bit of money here, which is a shame for our skill, but it has to be done. The scaling on LK is just too good. And then that's worth an upgrade as well.
You are not friend.
Is it worth playing Stained Glass over Balcony now? Cooldown reducing by 20% is really strong. Although you get down to 1 second anyway. And Balcony is really, really strong. Is Balcony actually working? I haven't checked whether Balcony is working or not. I feel like it's working. I think we risk playing like this. There's also a chance, of course, that we lose. There's also a chance that we lose with Stained Glass Window. But I think the benefit of winning with it in play, plus how strong 20% reduction across the board is, makes it worth playing on the board. I should have been checking whether Balcony was working in the way I think it should, but we'll see. Lots of freeze but no giant ice club. I feel like we should be fine here, but we'll see. It's a lot of regen, but we're also putting on a lot of burn, if you ever let me. I'd like you to let me put on a lot of burn, please. Thank you. So we're marginally out healing, or out damaging their regen, but we're also putting on an awful lot of shield. Look at Billboard, just pew 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 pew. And each time that Billboard goes off, it's dealing 150 damage as well. So we should be fine here. It would be hasting our entire board as well if we had small items. Oh, maybe we're not going to be fine. Forgot how strong regen is in the Sandstorm. So that's an annoying loss, and we lose Stained Glass Window as well, but that was the risk of playing it, so that's fine. And we enchant our Billboard most likely with burn. Temptation to put it on LK, but I think Billboard burning for 20 every second is pretty nice.
Too far to fail now.
So yeah, that was just that match perfectly demonstrated the change in the meta with how good regen is now. So let's check that Balcony works how it should. So let's check whether Billboard is going to go up to either 110 or so, or 100 or 200 and so, depending on whether Balcony works. 120, so Balcony doesn't work how you'd think with Subscraper. The Subscraper effect happens before the Balcony effect happens. So that's really bad. Which means we want Balcony to go on to Billboard, probably?
Against me.
Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? Yeah, that's a real shame. Especially having got rid of Stained Glass Window. So Balcony can go for something better. No real benefit of scaling billboard even more than it's already being
I'm a
scaled.
people person, and sometimes I sell stuff.
I don't need bootstraps.
That's okay. It was nice to see you.
If you're not growing, you're...
What are we upgrading here? I think we upgrade Subscraper for the increased survivability and increased value.
My work is for the glory of the master. So, tell somebody.
And then I think we can take Frost Street Champion. I think we still play it like this. Do we play it like this? Doesn't really matter, does it? The cooldown reduction we don't get. So yeah, we play it like this, but it's not really doing much. Oh, what a shame. I feel like Balcony should work with what we're trying to do here, but obviously not. Anyway, we've got a massive heal shielder now in Subscraper. Or, yeah, Subscraper. Do we have a way to leverage that into damage? Maybe we should have held on to the spiky shield even. Although LK is doing a pretty nice 420. LK is doing a pretty good job for us in terms of our offense anyway. Offense, as is Billboard. We do really want something to replace Balcony. Wonder whether you ever play rewards card just for the value on the board. Heal equals 6 times the value of your items, and it's pretty valuable.
The Grand Society of
Worth thinking about. 1 second, that's my door. And I'm back. That'll be the first editing I've had to do with my YouTube videos. It's a hard life. So let's think here. Hogwash, no, can't work. We can't fit on a large item. We're too set on the board as is, I think. Or at least we're set on the left part of the board as is. Having said that. No, it's not a double learning build. And we play VIP Pass, I think, here, instead of Balcony. And we stick you like this, which is a shame because you obviously scale better the sooner we can start using you, but oh well. Nothing to transform. Heal and regen, a lot of these will be properties.
Got any new playlists for me?
We don't want to spend too much money because we want to keep on using commercial zoning,
The more you get hurt,
but that's
the
worth
more we
it.
can hang out.
Okay. Well, we just have to play that, don't we?
Feel better.
That's a really strong item with our board, so you're gone. And we play you in between like this. Other items are going to gain value equal to this item's value, so this is going to gain the 120 value, and then that's going to benefit close sign. So we should be starting the fight with, what, 120 plus about 250, even 300 maybe? Regen?
I may be young for a captain.
Is that right?
But I've seen my share of storms.
No. I'm really calculating this wrong. Oh my goodness. I'm really calculating this wrong with the way Subscraper is working. Should we not have
Time, boys. Less blunder.
the current value of
more
our properties? The current value of adjacent properties is a 300. Or, well, it's stopped now, but it was. So why aren't you giving us... Oh, regen equal to 50% of the value. Okay. I'm with it. So this one is working with Subscraper, but we need to get it to Diamond. Okay.
I am eager to test your abilities and to improve them immeasurably.
We have to take Retooled, even though LK's only going off once or twice. It's a great. Or going off once, really. Okay, so now we want to play it like this for the AI fight. Not really interested in tool. Oh, LK is a tool. There we go.
Ooh, I saved that one from
It's also nice because it increases the value. We'll grab the truffle. And we want to increase the value of probably you. So that was actually a really good vendor for us. I don't usually like that guy. Non-weapon items. No, we want to keep our gold above 100 ideally. It's kind of an arbitrary cutoff, but it's nice that commercial zoning is helping create a dent into the opponent's health. Pretty sure we can take on anyone at this point. Could have made a case for middle ooze guy for his skill. But I think this is fine. The freeze to billboard's quite annoying because it means it's not going to scale with rewards card to the extent that it could have. Oh, that burn is juicy. The problem, oh, that's a cool new effect, right? I haven't seen that before, or maybe I've just never seen that item go off. Problem is we're super susceptible to one-tap builds, although we do have a bit of shield. But yeah, we're getting to the point where there's going to be more broken builds than us in the meta. Let's just take you for scaling.
I'm finished with fighting, but I can help you finish.
So many decisions. It's tempting, but I think we stick with LK as our damage win condition. More scaling. Bit too late, I think, for loop. Oh my goodness. Do we take 24 gold for the 9 value scaling? I think I kind of do, as crazy as that seems. And it does make the skill less effective, but oh well. I think that's worth upgrading because we're going to be playing you on the board for your value. And sure, why not? Why not? And then let's take the loot item. Sure. And then the best board we have is this. I'm still pretty sure, even though it's really nice to get the 82 gold on the board, starting off with that regen is really huge. Because we're all about survivability until LK can go off here. Yep, I would like to fight. I'd like to fight Mr. Bonzo. Me when I'm a confused Amazon shareholder, unhappy with their results. EDC again should be okay, but I did think that last time when we got completely wrecked. All we should need is LK to go off once. I'd appreciate if LK could go off once. I'd appreciate if it could go off once, my friends. One time. I'd like my items to do something. Oh my god, the freeze. Oh, it's brutal. Anyway, there you go. That was a disappointing end, and after I talked about Vanessa being in a really bad place early on as well. I think I'll still upload this. I think it was still a fun run, even though I only got to 6. I tend not to upload 6 win runs, but it is what it is. It says victory, so I'm going to claim that as a victory. Hope you enjoyed. Hopefully you can get back into the Bazaar bit and start uploading a bit more, but we'll see how I go. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.